Hi everyone, it's me Sammy. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you're new here. Hope you're all having an amazing day, whatever it is you're doing. As you can see behind me, ASDA has just dropped off my weekly food shop, which means it's time for a weekly food shop haul. We're going to be running through everything I picked up, how much I spent, and what meals I'm planning to make this week. So if you do enjoy the video, guys, please don't forget to smash the thumbs up button. Also consider subscribing down below if you haven't already. And without further ado, let's dive into it. So just in case you're new to my weekly food shop videos, normally I have a budget of up to £100, but at the moment, as you may have seen in yesterday's video, I'm currently saving up for like a summer fun fund, so I'm trying to come in under budget every single week, and this week I sort of set myself the budget of about £80 so I can put £20 into my summer fund for me and the kids to have fun during the summer holidays without costing anything extra, and sort of like saving money other places to put towards that basically. So in yesterday's video you would have seen I set myself a budget of around £80. Yesterday's video was really interesting because it was my first time actually showing how I fully meal plan, how I keep my grocery shopping so low, and like the system I use for meal planning and stuff, and how I actually plan out my food shop. So if you are interested in that and want to know sort of like my tips and tricks and like my little system that I use, definitely check that out because I did share it in the hope that it might be helpful to some people. So yeah, so if you wanted to know how I meal planned and how I shopped, then definitely check that out. But this is the video that will show you what I actually got on my shopping. So a couple of times in this video I'll probably reference changes to what happened in yesterday's video, because there are some changes to my original shopping that I actually planned and booked, because when I went back on to amend it, the steaks and the rice were out of stock, so some of those have changed in price because I had to pick alternatives. So little changes like that have happened since that shopping, so it's always interesting to see what differed from my original plan to now. But that's enough waffling from me. Let's jump into how much I actually spent today. So my shopping total was £83.03. With multi-buy savings I saved £2.87, meaning my total this week was £80.16. So 16 pence over the budget that I set, but I don't think that's too bad. Let's dive in, see what I actually picked up, and see what meals I'm planning to make, because I am doing a meals I made this week video on Friday. So you're actually going to see the recipe and the breakdown of these actual meals on Friday. So let's run through, see what I picked up, and see what meals are going to be in that video. Starting with my frozen items, because I don't have too many this week, I've got 2 packs of the 8 fruit flavoured lollies, the ASDA Just Essentials ones. These were £1.20 each. Got them as a treat for the kids. And then we got some ASDA crispy home-style chips, and these were £2.20. I'll pop these in my freezer, then we're going to jump into the chilled items. I've got the Walls 10 pork sausage rolls. These are on rollback. They're normally £3, but I only paid £2 for these this week. I'll use those for the boys' packed lunches for school. And then I got the 2 for £3.50 snack options, and we've got 16 savoury mini eggs, and also 10 tikka chicken breast skewers. And there'll be snacky bits and lunch bits for me, Ava, and the boys throughout the week. Again, for packed lunches, I've got 10 mini pepperamis. This is £2.86. And then I've got some extra tasty chicken breast slices. This was £2.94, and I'm going to use these for a chicken and bacon pasta salad this week. And then I got 2 packs of the Wildlife Variety tube yogurts, and these were £1.08 each, again for lunches and packed lunches. Now for salad vegetables, I've got a whole cucumber for 99p, some spring onions for 69p, some thin green chilies for 55p, some vine ripened cherry tomatoes for £1.15, and a 1 large avocado for 88p. Then for our meat options this week, I've got a pack of 8 pork sausages. These were £1.79. And then I've got 2 packs of smoked back bacon rashers, 2 10 packs, and these were 2 for £3. So what originally happened on my food shop was that I bought 1 packet of bacon and 1 pack of thin steaks, and I was meant to do a steak and chips dinner, and then I was meant to do like a bacon and chicken salad. So then what happened was, when I went back on to amend, the thin steaks gone, weren't available, so I swapped it. Because I do steak with chips, peeled plum tomatoes and peas, I thought I would swap it for my sausage and bacon casserole. So that is why I've got an extra packet of bacon now and a packet of sausages. Ended up getting the 2 for £3 because I'm doing a chicken and bacon pasta salad and the sausage and bacon casserole, and it worked out a lot cheaper, to be fair. But that's the swap that I did. I swapped the steaks for some sausages and bacon, and what I'm going to do is just cook up the sausages and bacon, make them nice and crispy, and then casserole them in the oven dish with some gravy. And it's so simple, super tasty, and then serve it with chips, peas and peeled plum tomatoes. And then the other pack of bacon for the chicken and bacon pasta salad, absolutely delicious. We're going to cook up the pasta, we're going to make some hard-boiled eggs, we're going to cook up the bacon till it's nice and crispy, we're going to use those chicken breast slices, some avocado, cherry tomatoes, pop it all into a bowl, put on some ranch dressing, and honestly it is the tastiest warm pasta salad. I absolutely adore it. But you're going to see those full recipes in Friday's video. I'm also going to be making some cheesy broccoli pasta this week. So for that I need some broccoli, so I've got a head of broccoli for 79p. I already have the soft cheese, the pasta and everything that I need in my fridge and in my cupboards. So the only things I needed for my cheesy broccoli pasta is some broccoli and the spring onions that I've already shown you. For milk this week, I've got a 6 pint of whole milk for £2.40 and a 4 pint of semi-skim milk for £1.65. 6 medium free range eggs for £1.80 and some spreadable slightly salted butter, 500 grams for £2.18. And then lastly for the chilled section is my fruit. We've got 6 bananas for 94p, 2 packs of 6 Just Essentials apples for 99p each, and then 600 grams of British strawberries for £2.96. These are on ASDA rollback at the moment. I think it's one of the cheapest places you can get strawberries at the moment is ASDA. So yeah, absolutely loving them, and they're lasting ages as well. The freshness of the strawberries is excellent. That's all my chilled items. I'm going to pop these away in my fridge now, and then we're going to jump into non-food items and food cupboard bits. Now for my non-food items, I've got a packet of nappy pants, the Little Angels size 6+, 32 nappy pants in here for £3.36. Love these. Didn't realise how expensive this stuff was until I ran out of it. This is the Johnson's baby powder. I thought this would be a bigger tub than this, but it's not. This is 100 grams and this was £1.75. It's so little. I literally had no idea how expensive baby powder was. ASDA didn't do their own version of sort of like baby powder or talc. So yeah, that's £1.75. Wow. Then got an ASDA Advanced 10-in-1 mouthwash. This is £1.25. I needed some rim blocks for the toilet, and these are the blue Power Active ones. It's a 2-pack. These were on ASDA rollback as well, and they were only £2 for the 2. And then I also needed some kitchen towels. My favourite were back in stock, the ASDA's Just Essential kitchen towel. Massive roll, £1.15, bargain. Let's jump into the food cupboard bits now. Just one item from the bakery this week, a loaf of soft white medium sliced bread, and this is 74p. For cereals this week, we've got some frosted Wheaties. These are only £2, and then we've got some honey nut cornflakes as well for £1.10. I'm trying to make sure that Ava's getting enough iron at the moment, and I realised that some of these ASDA cereals are actually really high in iron, which is great. So I wanted to get some cereals that were particularly high in iron this week, so that's why I've chosen these two. For crisps this week, the boys have plenty of crisps, but I just wanted to get some of Ava's favourite, and these are the Pom Bears, and this is 6 packs for £1.68. Then I treated myself to some iced coffee essentials. We've got some salted caramel flavour frappe powder, which I've been absolutely adoring. This is new at ASDA, it's only £2. I've been loving this week. So you basically mix 5 teaspoons of this powder with 200 millilitres of milk. You stir it up and it makes a really thick kind of frappe shake. It's delicious. But because the salted caramel one doesn't have any coffee in, the white mocha one does. It has 5% coffee. It doesn't have any coffee in, so I made like a little shot of coffee as well, just with instant coffee and hot water. Add a splash of cold water so it doesn't get too hot. Add that into the frappe that you've already made, and then add your ice and mix it. Honestly, outstanding. Highly recommend if you love a salted caramel frappe but you want a little bit of coffee. That's my way of adapting it, and honestly I've been drinking it all week, which is why I needed a top up. And then I've also got this, which is new at ASDA as well, their caramel flavour syrup. So I'm really excited to have a little bit of an experiment with this. If I come up with a really nice recipe like I did with this one, then I'll let you know guys how I'm using it and how I'm making my iced coffees, because I'm a caramel iced coffee girl in the summer absolutely adore them. But I've got a milk frother that I've been loving using. I got it at Christmas, and you can make cold milk foam with it. It's amazing for milkshakes and it's amazing for iced coffees. I haven't found a caramel coffee other than this one that I can use with the milk frother, so I thought this would be quite interesting to try and use instant coffee to make it cheaper, but mix in a bit of caramel flavour. But I'll let you know how it goes, and it was £2.50, and these are new at ASDA. They're flavoured syrups, so yeah. Love that they're bringing out all the iced coffee stuff right now. Now, rice was the other one that I logged back on to amend my order, and the rice had completely sold out. Any basmati rice by ASDA, like ASDA's own brands, had completely sold out. I was left choosing between Tilda and Layla, and Tilda had 1 kilo for £4, and that was on rollback price as well, and Layla had 2 kilos for £5. So this was the best offer that I had after ASDA had completely sold out of their own basmati rice. So yeah, 2 kilos of rice for £5. It is a big price tag, but honestly, Layla is incredible rice. Like, I used to use it all the time when me and Ron were together. We used to buy like the 15 kilo packs of rice because we ate so much rice throughout the week. So it made it so much cheaper to buy the bigger packs. So I haven't had Layla for a really long time, but incredible quality rice, and I'm going to be using this alongside my dal and rice this week. I've got 2 500-gram packs of fusilli pasta this week. They're on special offer, 2 for £1.20. I got these to use for our chicken and bacon pasta salad, as well as just some lunches for me and Ava. I've got some ambrosia banana flavoured custard. There's another one up there as well. There was 4 for £2. Ava's opened that one, so I can't actually hold it and show you for the video. And I'm going to use these for a special dessert for me and the kids this week, using biscuit, butterscotch angel delight, some banana custard and some banana slices. We're going to make an amazing banoffee layered dessert, so stay tuned for Friday because I'm going to be showing you how I make that in that video. I've got 2 packs of the 8 poppadoms by ASDA, and these are £1.14 each. Going to be using these with my dal and rice this week. I'm not going to be sharing that recipe in Friday's video because I've shared it so many times on my channel, but I'll link it down below in the description of this video if you wanted to see how I make my dal and rice. But it's basically a curry that I make with red lentils, and then I serve it alongside rice and serve it with some poppadoms. The reason I've got 2 packs of poppadoms is because the amount of dal I make will either make 2 dinners, or it'll make 1 dinner and several lunches for me and Ava. So I like to have plenty of poppadoms on standby for every time we're eating it. I then got 2 tins of tomatoes, and these are 46p each. One's going to be used for our dal and rice, and one is going to be used for our homemade spag bowl. Now, when I was planning my shopping out yesterday, the only things I needed for my spag bowl were chopped tomatoes and mince, but I actually found some mince at the bottom of my freezer, so I managed to take that mince off and save myself some money there as well. So I only needed some chopped tomatoes to make my homemade spag bowl this week. Then got some more Heinz creamed porridges for Ava's breakfast. These were £3.18. These are perfect for travel breakfasts when we're out traveling and we need to be eating on the train. And then lastly, I got some treats for me and the kids. I got a pack of Haribo Star Mix for £1.24, and then the chocolate multi-packs were on rollback, so we got some Yorkies and some Crunchy Bars, and these were £1.50 each. And yeah, that is everything that I got on my shopping, guys. It does differ a little bit from my original shopping, but I feel like it's really interesting to see sort of like the journey that I go on when originally placing my order to where I end up and what I actually receive. And then of course on Friday you're going to see my meal plan actually put into practice and see what meals I actually create out of this shopping and from my original meal plan. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, and hopefully I'll see you really soon for another video. Take care. Bye.